What's going on, guys? JSGC Football here, and we are here for another video. Today we're going to be doing my championship predictions for this weekend's clashes. Before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow us on our social media. That'd be much appreciated. And also don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Most importantly, get your predictions in the comments below. So, just having a look at last week. 1 correct score, 4 correct results, 7 incorrect. Not a great week. Worse than the week before. 2 out of 10 from JSGC. I did get the Friday night football as a correct result rather than a correct score. I had it down as a 1-0 Coventry win. Coventry won by 2-0. In the early kick-off on Saturday, I had Leeds United to win 2-1. It finished 2-0 to Leeds. Again, not too bad. And I was spot on with the other early kick-off with Sunderland beating West Brom by 2-1. Moving on to the 3 o'clock kick-offs from last weekend. Cardiff Millwall I had down as a 1-1. It finished 1-0 Cardiff. Huddersfield Bristol City, I had that down as a 2-1 Huddersfield win. Finished 1-1. Leicester City, I had 3-0 victors over Plymouth. Finished 4-0, not too far away with that. Middlesbrough Ipswich I put as a 2-2 draw. Finished 2-0 to Ipswich. Very good result that for Ipswich. Norwich, Preston North End. Thought Norwich would win that game 3-0. Finished 0-0. Queen's Park Rangers against Hull. I had a Hull away win. QPR continuing their good form. Pick up another important 3 points. Rotherham took on Swansea. I had that down as a Rotherham win. Rotherham, they lost 2-1 to Swansea. Stoke City against Sheffield Wednesday. I had that as a 2-0 Stoke win. Finished 1-0 to Sheffield Wednesday. In the meantime, you've seen Alex Neil now leave Stoke City. And finally, I had Watford Southampton as a 2-2 draw. Finished 1-1. So not great. Before we do move on to this weekend's fixtures, you have had some midweek games. I'm not able to commit to doing predictions midweek as well, unfortunately. So I'll just quickly go through the scores from midweek so we're all up to date as we head into the next round of fixtures. So Blackburn Rovers beat Bristol City 2-1. Huddersfield 1, Preston North End 3, Preston returning back to winning ways. Rotherham losing at home again, 2-0 this time to West Bromwich Albion. Stoke City drew 1-1 at home against Swansea City. Ipswich picked up another fantastic 3 points on the road away at Watford, winning 2-1. And Sunderland picked up a massive 3 points against Leeds United, winning by 1-0 on Tuesday. On Wednesday, to complete the round of fixtures, you had Cardiff taking on Birmingham, with Birmingham picking up a much-needed 3 points there away at Cardiff. Really good result that for Birmingham. Coventry dropped some points, drew 1-1 against Southampton. Leicester City picked up a important win at the top of the table with a 3-2 victory over Millwall, continuing their good form, and that gap slowly but surely just starting to get bigger between the top two and the rest of Leicester City and Ipswich, and no let up there as of right now. Norwich City do get back to winning ways, winning 3-1 against Sheffield Wednesday at Carrow Road. QPR drew 0-0 with Plymouth at Loftus Road, and finally Middlesbrough losing again, losing 2-1 to Hull City away from home. It means in terms of the table now, as we head into round number 22 of fixtures and nearly halfway through the season, Leicester City and Ipswich Town running away with it. Leicester 1 point clear of Ipswich, but there's a 10-point gap between second and third between Ipswich and Leeds United. In terms of the fight for the playoffs, you got Leeds in third, Southampton in fourth. West Brom currently occupy themselves in 5th place, and then 6th place downwards you've got a big chasing pack. Sunderland currently occupies 6th place, Hull are in 7th, Preston in 8th, Blackburn in 9th, Cardiff City in 10th place, Norwich City in 11th place, just 3 points separating 11th from 6th place. Heading towards mid-table, Watford down in 12th on 28 points, Middlesbrough on 27 points in 13th, Coventry in 14th on 26 points, Bristol City in 15th on 26, Birmingham in 16th on 26, Swansea in 17th on 25 points, and then a couple of points separate Swansea and Plymouth in 18th on 23 points, Stoke in 19th place on 22 points, Millwall in 20th on 21 points, Huddersfield down in 4th bottom and just outside the relegation zone on 21 points, but Queen's Park Rangers finding their form really nicely now, looking good, now just 1 point in the drop zone after they were flirting down with where Sheffield Wednesday and Rotherham are, who are now 8 points adrift in the relegation zone. Both of them level on points on 13 points. Sheffield Wednesday have managed to come off the foot of the table, so Rotherham back into bottom. Queen's Park Rangers, though, just 1 point behind Huddersfield and dragging that chasing pack. It's so tight. It's really tight. Queen's Park Rangers, there's separating third bottom from 6th place is just 13 points. It's outstanding that just 15 points separate 4th place from 21st. You go on a run of form and you end up picking up 5 or 6 wins in a row, you'll be right up where you want to be. You lose 5 or 6 games in a row, you could easily find yourself dropping very quickly down at the table. So another important round of fixtures coming up. So starting off with the first game on Saturday, don't really get any bigger. the East Anglia derby taking place at Portman Road. Ipswich taking on Norwich. I don't see anything other than an Ipswich win here. I really don't. I don't see how Norwich win this game at Portman Road. Ipswich are buzzing. They look like they are well up for the Championship campaign this season. The players that were coming out for the second half against Watford literally were shaking. They looked so motivated, so up for it. And it'll be the same against Norwich as well. And if Norwich can't raise their game, they're really going to struggle, in my opinion. I see nothing but an Ipswich victory, and that'll be a fantastic result for them. I think they're going to win comfortably as well, going with a 3-0 Ipswich win. Now, moving on to the 3 p.m. games, Bristol City taking on Sunderland. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw for that one. Hull City taking on Cardiff City, again going for another 1-1 draw. You've got Leeds United taking on Coventry City. I think Leeds will get back to winning ways. I'm going with a 2-0 victory at Ellen Road for Leeds United. Home form could be crucial. Millwall taking on Huddersfield. I think Millwall will win that game by 1-0. Plymouth taking on Rotherham. I think Plymouth win that game. Rotherham really struggling right now, so going with a win for Plymouth in that game. Preston taking on Watford. Don't know what to make of this game. Preston just returned back to winning ways. If they want to make it into the playoffs come the end of the season, they need to get that form sorted. They're keeping things pretty tight. They look very defensive against Norwich City. Watford, they'll want to get back to winning ways as well after losing the last game against Ipswich Town. I'm going for a 0-0. Boring. You got a huge game down at the bottom. Sheffield Wednesday taking on Queen's Park Rangers. Queen's Park Rangers finding the form, going for a QPR win, 2-1. And that is huge. I'm going for Southampton to beat Blackburn Rovers by 2-0 at St Mary's. I don't see anything other than a Southampton win there, if I'm being completely honest. And in the final 3 p.m. game, you've got Swansea City taking on Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough's form has really started to dip. Struggling a little bit this season, certainly nowhere near hitting the heights that they were hitting last season. I think Swansea win that game in South Wales, going for a 2-1 victory for Swansea at the Liberty Stadium. Now you've got a couple of more games. You've got one game taking place on Sunday, one place taking place on Monday. So on the Sunday game, West Brom taking on Stoke City. I think West Brom win that game. I'm going for a 2-0 West Brom win. The game is live on Sky Sports and is being broadcast at midday. And on Monday night, you've got Birmingham City taking on Leicester City, 8 p.m, live on Sky Sports. I think Leicester City win that game, going for a 2-0 victory for Leicester City. And yeah, it's just becoming a common theme. You look at the top 2 teams, think they're going to win. 3rd and 4th, Leeds and Southampton, decent as well. They're going to win. Everything else in the Championship right now feels much of a muchness, right from 4th, right down to 21st place, where you find Queen's Park Rangers, and I think that's going to change this weekend. Sheffield Wednesday, Rotherham struggling, and I think they're going to continue their struggles as well. So the Championship table is starting to take shape, but that middle pack makes things very interesting. So if any team wants a playoff spot, all you need is just run a form. Any team that's struggling and end up losing 5 or 6 in a row, if you're in that middle pack, you can easily find yourself right near the bottom as well. So we'll see. Very exciting. Championship, it's a very, very unique division. So there we go. They've been my predictions for this week's games. Do leave your predictions in the comments below. Do leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to subscribe if you are new around here. Social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and check out our social media. And I'll see you all again real soon for the next video. So I've been JSGC Football. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.